Okay. Disclaimer, this is a mock client intake interview being done for a class assignment. I am not a licensed mental health provider, and this is not a real client. Any clinical details stated in this interview are fabricated. Hi, my name is Rehan, and I'll be meeting with you today. Before we get started, what name would you like for me to use for you?
Kayla would be fine.
Okay. Okay, Kayla, how are you feeling about being here today?
I feel okay. Um, yeah. Sorry. I feel okay coming here. Yeah.
All right. And how old are you exactly? So I'm going to get into the details for me to get about in the general categories. So how old are you? And could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
So I am 21. I am a junior in college and um yeah. Is there anything else that you need to know?
All right. So are there like, for me to understand, are there any aspects of your identity that feel important for me to know as we work together? This could include, but is not limited to your race, culture, religion, or anything else that you feel shapes your experience.
I am Asian and I would say and my family is I guess high class. So I grew up in like a really high, white prox, like a white school. So it was like a lot of white people there. And so that I feel like that interacted a lot with just like how I am now.
All right. Um, so now I will be getting more into, your presenting concern to understand your problems. Um, no, do note that at any point, if you feel uncomfortable, you can let me know. And I mainly will be asking you first, what brings you in here today, and what's the main concern that you'd like for me to help with you?
So I struggle a lot with social anxiety. As you can tell, I feel like I'm like overthinking what I'm saying. Like I don't yeah, sorry. But I came here for social anxiety. My my really close friend and my family have been seeing like me just like it really affecting my life. So they really pushed me to be here.
All right. And so, if I'm right, you have talked about struggle with your social interactions in the environment, so more pertaining to your social anxiety, correct?
Mhm.
All right. And to kind of understand, how it affects you and kind of more on the side of how it works in your daily experience. When do you think about this problem? What does it usually look like for you in terms of like thoughts, feelings, or behaviors?
So thought wise, I feel like a lot of people are judging me. Like whenever I go out, I feel like I have to overthink what I'm saying, or like even when I go out, I feel like I'm already like feeling the anxiety of like, oh, I might have to talk to someone, I might have to like interact with people, like even if it's like especially if it's a stranger, I feel really like social anxiety about that and doing like daily things. Like sometimes even going to the grocery store, but like I try to avoid people. So it helps me more like knowing that like if it is a grocery store, I don't have to interact with that many people. But if it's like class wise where there's like a lot of discussion, then like I don't really like it and I start feeling really a lot of anxiety and like also I feel like I have really like low self-esteem because I feel like everyone's judging me. Yeah.
All right. So the next question I would like to ask you is, when did you first start noticing this issue? Was there anything happening in your life around that time, particularly also?
So like when it started,
Yeah. And also, was there anything I would say was happening in your life at that time, like a situation?
okay. So when it started was around like middle school. Um, so I this is like kind of hard for me to say, but like I got like bullied in middle school, like starting middle school. I was actually really excited to start middle school, but
Mhm.
it went like really bad. Like there were like just like a lot of people were judging me and they were like kind of being racist to me. Like they didn't like the smell of my
Okay.
food and like they would make fun of me and I really didn't
Mhm.
like that and I kind of like made me like feel like I didn't want to be like Asian, you know?
Okay. Um, so, to kind of get a better idea of what you're facing, I'd like to ask you about, are there certain things that do tend to make this problem worse? What are those factors, if you could tell and explain me, and what are, some things that do make it better or ease it out?
So things that make it better would be like if my close friend was there, like in high school, she was there for me. She really stood up for me. And because the bullies who bullied me in middle school bullied me in high school as well. And so her like just like being there for me because I've known her a long time, that really like helped me. And then like family wise, I feel like if there's someone I know who's there at a like an event,
Mhm.
then that makes
That's
me
good.
feel better.
All
And then work.
right. Yeah.
Worse, I would say like if I don't know anybody there, if it's like a really big event, just because like the more people there are, it means like the more chance someone's like gonna talk to me. So I feel like whenever there's a big event, I have like social anxiety or like I have anxiety about it even before it happens. Like I think about it and like I'm constantly like thinking about it, oh like what's gonna happen there, like even like days before and like sometimes I can't even sleep because of like especially if it's like a big event, I can't sleep because I'm always
Oh,
like
big
thinking about
events.
it.
All
Yeah.
right. And how long has this exactly been going on? All these symptoms that you've been facing, all the issues that you think that are concerning this.
I would say like since from middle school, that's when like it started, but like it got worse in college because ever since I've been in college, I've really been like alone because me and my close friend we went like our own ways. Like this is my dream school and then she went to her dream school. This has been a really like hard situation for me just because I'm in a new environment. My family's not here, my friend is not here, so it's been really hard for me to make friends.
All right. And if you could kind of explain to me, like, does this happen all the time, or are there certain situations that aggressify or cause it? Or does it happen in a daily setting?
I would say it's very continuous, like because not only am I thinking about it like big events wise, like just like once in a while, but it's like going out to the grocery store, like interacting with a stranger. I like overthink that and I have social anxiety sometimes. Like when someone comes up to me and like I can't control it, then I get like my face my heart races like faster. I feel like I start getting sweaty and like yeah.
All right. Um, now to kind of understand the intensity of this issue, would you mind telling me on a scale from 1 to 10, how distressing or bothersome would you say this problem is for you?
I would say it's an 8 just because it's gone really bad since college, and that's like why I'm here.
Okay. And now that I know, all of the presenting concerns, your symptoms, your onset, your duration, even your intensity, I'd like to understand the impact that it's been having on your daily life and functioning. How long has this been affecting your daily life? For example, has it impacted your school or work, your college life, as you mentioned, your relationships or your health? Could you expand a little bit more on that?
So relationship wise, it's been really hard to make new friends. I feel like the friends that I do have, I feel like they're always judging me, and I feel like I can't ever really be myself around them. And so like I don't know, it's just been really hard to make friends because I always feel like oh like they're judging me just because I've gone through that for so long in my life and especially since I'm by myself. And then work wise, um or like sorry, like school wise. So for big events, like just something like that I haven't really mentioned yet is like I drink a little bit before I go
Hmm.
to big events, especially big events because like I feel so much anxiety about it that like I have to drink alcohol in order for me to even go to those things. Like for example, like I have this scholarship that I have like to go to. There's like a bunch of mandatory meetings and like for me to be in a scholarship, I have to go to them. So I like have to drink in order to even go.
Okay, to kind of understand more about, a clinically relevant background when it comes to this issue or concern, I'd like to ask you, could you tell me a little bit about your background? For instance, your family, friendships, academics, anything that you're particularly connected to that you feel is impacting how or what you're experiencing right now?
So family wise, because my dad told me, he said that like my mom and my grandma have a lot of anxiety, so like it runs in our family, which is why like I feel it's so bad for me.
All right. And just something that I wanted to ask before we proceed, have you ever sought help for this issue before?
No, this is my first time.
Okay. Now I'll be touching up more on your strengths. Could you tell me some things that you like about yourself?
I really like how driven I am because I'm in like my junior school, and then I also like because I have social anxiety, I really like how I can be by myself.
All right. And could you tell me more about what helps you cope when things get difficult?
I really love to crochet, and also another thing, of course, is like for me drinking. That's like one thing that like helps me cope with it, which is like bad, which is like why I'm here and I want to do better.
Okay. And what support systems do you have, when it comes to like people, activities, or routines that, help you manage yourself or anything that's particularly helpful? I know you may have touched on this before, but just for me to know.
Oh yeah, like my friend, my close friend, and then of course my family, but especially my close friend because she knows what I've gone through. And so she's really helped me and she's really pushed me to be here.
All right. So before I end this interview, I want to thank you again for all your responses. It's not easy to open up, and I hope that we can find ways to support you. Is there anything I haven't asked about that you think would be important for me to know now?
No.
All right. And what are you hoping to get out of this therapy if we continue working together?
I really just want to work on like my self-esteem, how to like build my confidence more with other people and interacting and overcome like my anxiety and like different coping systems other than like drinking mostly.
All right. So that is it for the interview. I want to thank you again for sharing all your information with me. I do hope to see you in further sessions if possible, and I'm really glad that you were able to talk about what issues or concerns you were facing. And overall, I hope that we can meet again and this can get better for you.
Thank you.
Thank you.